run our city over here, that's how we do it, man.
Don't stop, Bangkok, Thailand.
It's the Bond Report with your host, Norm Bond. Now podcasting live from Bangkok, Thailand. Guests, solutions, insights. Get connected now.
And welcome to the Bond Report. And I am your host, Norm Bond, coming to you from Bangkok, Thailand. Very excited that you're joining us, and also very excited because we got a special announcement, and that is that you can now find the podcast on Spreaker and iTunes. That's right. We're now on iTunes and Spreaker. Tell your friends, tell the world they can now get the Bond Report on iTunes. And if you're just joining us for the first time, each week a new episode of the Bond Report focuses on entrepreneurship, digital marketing, social media, and using these tools, these very empowering tools to change the world. This is where digital technology, marketing, and social media meet and mix to spark movements. We want to increase business results and empower the people. And really, I only have one question that you'll need to answer, and that is it worth it? Is your dream, your idea, your passion, is it worth paying the price of listening and applying what you hear on the Bond Report? Because I'm going to bring you insights. I'm going to bring you guests. I'm going to bring you role models who are doing some amazing things, some incredible things. But then what we'll have to do and what you'll have to do is see how can you apply their approach. What can you take from it? Is it possible for you to growth hack, to reverse engineer their approach and apply it so that you can get similar results, but actually get those results even faster? So let's get right into this episode number 4. The storyline this week, one, of course, is going to be the rise of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Bitcoin just crossed $6,000 for the first time. That's a huge number, and it's still growing. So you may not be familiar with Bitcoin, but you may be hearing it in whatever mediums you're using. It's all over social media. It's all on mainstream media. It's in the financial press. So you may be thinking, well, why should you care? What is Bitcoin? What are these cryptocurrencies? Now, I heard a great interview this week with Chris Dixon. Chris Dixon, if you're not familiar with him, he is an investor. He's with the venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. And these guys are, the big Silicon Valley firm. He's a big-time tech entrepreneur. And I want you to hear something that he said during an interview and a conversation with Wired's Stephen Levy. I think I got this clip. Take a listen to what he says, and I'll get back to you after this.
Chris is, a really articulate writer and blogger, and he's been somewhat of a proselytizer as well as an investor in the Bitcoin phenomenon. Why should we care about Bitcoin?
First, a lot of the attention initially, I think, was paid to the idea of Bitcoin as an alternate currency. That tends to be more kind of people with a certain political agenda, sort of anti-Federal Reserve, things like that. For people like me, like investors and sort of technologists and engineers, first of all, it's interesting just as a payment system. Number two is this idea that Bitcoin could be kind of a protocol for money on the internet and enable lots of new behaviors. So people have talked for decades about micropayments. We now have basically micropayments on smartphones with what are so-called in-app payments. Like as you're playing a game, you can pay $1 and get more goods on Supercell. That's turned out to be an incredibly successful business model. And so in theory, Bitcoin could enable similar kind of innovation in payments in areas outside of the smartphone. Number three, I would say, forgetting about Bitcoin as a currency, just the kind of the technology, the architecture, and you'll hear more and more about this, what people call the blockchain architecture, which is, we think of the internet as decentralized. In fact, a lot of the services are centralized. For example, DNS and certificate authorities for SSL. There's a whole bunch of sort of central points of failure, and there's all these efforts now using blockchain technology to make those fully distributed, which can solve a lot of problems. The last point I would make about Bitcoin is you can kind of think of Bitcoin as the largest software R&D company in the world. There are thousands, if not tens of thousands, of very, very smart engineers who are super excited about Bitcoin and working on Bitcoin-related projects. 40 years ago, that the great computer science innovations came out of places like Bell Labs. Now, if you look at the last 20 years, the internet, Linux, all sorts of open source stuff, it's all come from these kinds of distributed communities. And right now, those distributed communities are excited about Bitcoin, which our view is we want to invest in things that those communities are excited about.
Welcome back to the Bond Report with your host, Norm Bond.
Wow. Did you hear that? So he is really telling you why he's excited about this. And as I mentioned, the potential, the upside of Bitcoin is huge. And not just Bitcoin, there are over 900 other cryptocurrencies that are out there. I've got a lot about it on my website, so be sure to come to my website, normbondmarkets.com, hit the Bitcoin section. A lot of information to cover on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, how to get in, and I also even have something else I mentioned at the end of the show, which is an opportunity for you to win a free gift if you're following Bitcoin, okay? It's October, people. We're coming into November, and it's coming into holiday marketing season. Winter is here in terms of holiday marketing. E-commerce is here. Halloween is coming up in about a week. Record spending has been forecast. And then, of course, we're going to be hitting the major winter holidays. The push is already started. I mean, if you are online, I'm sure you're starting to get a trickle of more promotional and holiday themed advertisements coming your way. Everybody's been doing it. Everybody from PayPal to any of your retail stores, of course, all the e-commerce sites, all starting to hit you with little pieces about holiday marketing. Not full blast, but this is really your last week. If you're one of my listeners, you're an entrepreneur, you're somebody who is a small business owner, you are even someone with information products, you want to get out here because we're talking about the biggest spending time of the year. We're talking Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We're talking about the day after Christmas. We're talking about Boxing Day in Canada. We're talking about New Year's Eve, man. We're talking about dropping the ball. We're talking about all of the major holidays that come on in the time of the year where corporations and businesses and consumers are in frenzy. Some of you I know have got the book Make Money Online with Holiday Marketing. Some of you are in my Facebook group, and we've been talking about this all year because really the thing about the holidays, you can really make money with them all year long, but no time can you make money with them like you can over the next 8 to 10 weeks. It is going to be on like a pot of neck bones. I want you all to hear this spot from Amazon Go. I don't know if you heard Amazon Go, but give us a listen and we'll talk about how the game is changing.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Visit normbond.com for more.
Okay, so you can see the game is changing. And if you're in the Facebook holiday marketing group, you've seen the posts that we've been dropping in there. If you're not in the group, be sure to go on Facebook, put in holiday marketing online, make money with holiday marketing, or hit me up on Facebook and I'll add you to the group, because we've been putting posts in there for the past several months really about holiday marketing and just all different types, from retail to things you can do as a freelancer to things you can do as a small business owner. There are literally billions of dollars on the table, but you have got to go and get it. And in 2017, if you look at the calendar, consumers will have one more shopping day between Thanksgiving and Christmas than they had in 2016. And the other thing we're seeing is that consumer confidence is improving. It's expected to be a very big year for online sales. Online sales up 11 to 15%. Now, the bad news is that if you're someone who normally counts on, say, seasonal employment, then they're predicting that that is going to fall, because the number of retailers hiring temporary workers is going to be down, which kind of makes sense because a lot of stuff now is going on the e-commerce side, which is what I'm talking to a lot of people about. Even if you don't have a brick and mortar store, of course you can be doing e-commerce. And if you have a brick and mortar store, you must be doing e-commerce. If you're listening to me and you have a brick and mortar store and your e-commerce game is not up to par, make sure that you email me right away or message me. And I know that most brick and mortar stores actually don't have a strong e-commerce game. I know that. I mean, I know that from primary research. I'm not even talking about what the third parties say, although they say the same thing. But again, we're here to help. So reach out to me. Let's see how we can get something together for you, because you're late. But if you're not into e-commerce, then you're really going to be disappointed, because a lot of your normal consumers are going to be going to other places and getting their products online.
Macy's will hire 20% more workers this holiday season to fulfill online orders. That's an increase of 3,000 workers for its distribution and warehouses. But since it now runs 70 fewer stores than it did last year, the department store operator will cut overall seasonal hiring by about 4% to 80,000. Large chains like Macy's have been investing in their online businesses while shutting stores and cutting jobs to compete against internet retailers like Amazon. Moody's senior analyst Christina Boney said, e-commerce buyer estimates will grow at a double-digit pace, which seems commensurate with the increase that Macy's is employing to meet the demands for the holiday season. Seasonal hiring plans give Wall Street a read into retailers' sales expectations. The year-end holiday shopping season is key because it accounts for nearly a third of annual sales for retailers. It's all the more important for Macy's because it forecasts a drop in sales this fiscal year.
If you are not a business owner, you're a freelancer, you've got skills, there's a number of other ways that you can also get your hustle on and participate in this whole holiday marketing season. I go into a lot of them. I reveal about 12 ways you can put your skills and talent to work in the book, Make Money Online with Holiday Marketing. You can find that on my website. You can visit that. Just Google it. If you Google Make Money Online with Holiday Marketing, you'll find the book, and you want to get it. Get it from my website. It's on Amazon, but if you get it from my website, I've got some special bonuses that I've included in there. Things like a worksheet, things like a plan, an overview, a mind map, several other things worth hundreds of bucks. So check that out.
Hit up the website at normbond.com. Spread the word.
Todd Tay in the building. Bangkok City, stand up. I got the big homie here who needs no introduction.
It's the Bond Report with your host, Norm Bond.
Now, third thing we want to talk about here is I want to give a big shout out to all of the people who attended iSpy 2017 in Las Vegas over last week. It was a huge conference. For those of you who are not familiar with iSpy, it stands for the International Spa Association, the voice of the spa industry. The 2017 conference and expo was held in Las Vegas. They had some amazing and powerful keynote speakers. Amy Cuddy. If you know Amy Cuddy, you know how she brings the heat with the power posing. You had Daniel Pink, and of course they had Peyton Manning, Hall of Fame quarterback. He's there. And also our very own, and my very own, Linda Harding Bond presented on Introverts, the Secret of Increasing Retail Sales. Did a dynamite session packed with information about how to create more intimate settings to lessen intimidation for SPY staff, how to use personal experiences to create authentic retail presentations, and basically how by tapping into the power of introverts, everybody wins. We're talking about the SPY owner winning, the client winning, the staff winning. So big shout out to iSpy 2017 for an incredible event. And also to find out more, if you're an introvert or if you're a SPY owner, you want to know how you can improve the retail sales, be sure to visit moontideconsulting.com. moontideconsulting.com. Follow Linda Skin Diva on Instagram, on Twitter. And also you can check out iSpy Conference still on Twitter, ISPA Conference on Twitter. So that being said, man, it's been an amazing, incredible week. Look at all that is happening. There's so much going on in the world that you have to be focused. I know no matter where you are, if you're in the U.S., I'm over here in Asia, Southeast Asia, if you are in Turkey, if you're in Canada, if you're in the Caribbean, we'll give a shout out to all the people in the Caribbean and Puerto Rico. There's so much that's going on in the world that we really have to be focused in terms of bringing out our gift to empower people, in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of business, in terms of ways to help them be funded, whether you are a social entrepreneur and you're doing something for the environment, you're doing something to help the victims of these hurricanes, if you have something related to health and wellness. The thing is, if you look at entrepreneurship, it can be applied and is being applied in ways now that go against the traditional, it's just all about the money mentality. So connect these things, man. Use these tools. It's a very exciting time to be able to use the things that we're talking about here: digital media, social marketing, SEO, mobile, to bring all of these things together and organize them around a common theme and a common idea, and then build out your community and build out like minds, whether that's in your local market, your local region, your local area, on your local block, across the city, across the country, around the world. It's there for you. You just have to go get it. So that's almost all the time we have to this week. I also wanted to just drop in that on the Bitcoin front, I just launched a new contest. This is a great contest where you can win a free t-shirt. Don't Google me, Bitcoin, about that Bitcoin, man. And so you want to go to my Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. You'll see how you can enter the contest. It's only running now for about 5 days, I think, left. Then it's going to end. Use the hashtag BitcoinMe. It's free to enter the contest. You can also buy the shirt. I encourage you to buy the shirt, man. Buy the shirt, then you can win the shirt as a gift. But buy a shirt and support this thing so that, we can keep bringing you, and I can keep bringing you the Bond Report. I can keep bringing you the great information through the website, the social media, support what we're doing, man. If you like the stuff that you see out here that the creatives are putting out, people bringing out, support it, and let your friends know to support it. Again, this thing is only going to be available to you for about 5 days, depending on when you're listening to this episode. And of course, you can hit me up on normbondmarkets.com. We're all in, man. So in summary, for today's show, get the book, Make Money Holiday Marketing. Get the t-shirt and enter the contest with Bitcoin. And also I have an ebook available, The Bitcoin Gold Rush Mentality. It's like $9.95, but it is worth 10 times that. If you're thinking about Bitcoin, you want to know more about Bitcoin, you want to know about blockchain, you want to know the history of it, you want to know the investment strategies behind it, all of that and more is in the ebook, Bitcoin gold rush mentality. So get busy, chase down your dream. Until the next episode, I'm Norm Bond, and you're somebody else. Peace, and I'm out.
Follow Norm Bond on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google+, and wherever social media is found.